Video, I'm going to explain what the Get Started Here folder is all about. You'll realize all of them should always have consistency through your courses, and what's important is to have this order, where there's a teacher-student introduction, then there's a course information folder, and in there are things that are important to read, hence it says read this. What's important is the plagiarism pledge, course evaluation, of course, and everything else is consistent throughout, where you will find all the material that's needed. So the course evaluation is great to find out if you need to see what everything is valued and so forth. So evaluation, it tells you right there what it should be worth. So that's one important thing to look at. Plagiarism pledge, they have to do this activity to understand that we as teachers will be looking at their assessments and so forth to see if there's any dishonesty that's occurring in their work. And we can use AI for that. I'll explain that in another video. So in the Get Started folder, you might see a formula sheet. Most math and science courses will have a formula sheet by itself on its own. Then there's another folder called Online Textbook. All the courses should have this Online Textbook folder. And if a course doesn't have a textbook, it might not even include this section, just letting you know. Of course, when you click on the online textbook, it should have either as one big file, as one PDF, or it will have links to individual chapters and so forth. So it looks different in each course. Assistive technology should be consistent through all the courses. This is important to show kids how to actually access certain tools that are available for them, what they didn't even know that did exist. So make sure you do direct them to here if they need help on um, basically translation. That actually is a great way to use. Text to speech is another one, text compactor, and so forth. Just take the time to look at this to help them understand what's best for them to use technology tools and Schoology on top of it. I'm going back over here. Everyone will have in their courses an online Schoology Survivor quest. This is basically like an entry quiz to make sure they know how to gear forward to look into their course to do it successfully. So your questions through each course will be a little bit different. I took the time to make that consistent for the math courses and the science courses and the religion courses and so forth. But what's important is when they actually preview it, they will realize there's a little blurb right here how to actually access any assessment, blue icon, basically activities, how to save their work. They will have this diagram in all online Schoology Survival Quest, and this is great for them to complete this and to understand that they have to click next to actually save their work when there's something underlined right here. So you could always show them that if they are struggling to do that. There's 10 questions in this, and they are different for the math to the religion and so forth, as I was saying, but once you answer it, you will realize it saves the work. I'm just guessing as we speak, so don't do what I do. Of course, tell your students that you want to take the time to look over this, and they want to get 100% to understand the material and so forth. So it's kind of like a journey they have to go through the map and so forth to understand the ins and outs of what they have to do for this. For a diploma course, like for Social 30-1, you will realize what happens in here. There's an extra icon here, My Past Account. So any diploma course will talk about My Past Account, where they need to sign up as soon as possible because July 4th will be the deadline to put a sitting for their diploma. So this is important if you want to direct them to this part, and it's found in the Get Started Here section again. There's also an extra social studies skills folder here. It's not on all courses, so just giving you heads up. This is an optional thing that they might have in the Get Started folder. But what they do have in all folders is teacher-student introduction, course information, and in there, that's where your plagiarism pledges, online textbook, and assistive technology, and finally, the puzzle piece I was indicating to you where they have to complete. Hopefully this explains why we went with this vision of Get Started Here, so all the students would have the same consistency.